Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long was 1975. A YouTuber's on the rise. Reviewing games and sometimes friends. But Long was 1975.
Hey YouTube, Lawn Boys Post 1975 and welcome to another Fat Friday video. Series of videos where I take a look at some of the more interesting things you can find to eat in the high street, and these are a couple of really interesting ones. These are both of them are just impulse purchases. Mouth's gone, Pavlov's dogs already. I didn't know either of these things existed. Both of them are from ranges that I was aware existed in Iceland, and the minute I saw them I thought, hell yes, I'm having those. I'm having those as my lunch. This will be a combiner war. I'm going to have, you could argue both of them aside really, but I'm going to have, well basically let's have a look at what I'm going to have. I'm going to have spicy meatballs by Piccolino, which is their like Italian range, and it's got like lasagna, spicy lasagna I should say, and a whole bunch of products. But I don't know if this is new, but as soon as I saw it, because I love meatballs. Who doesn't love meatballs? I especially love meatballs because I'm only human. But I remember thinking to myself the other day, why do you never get spicy meatballs? Well, guess what? You get spicy meatballs. And the 3 chili rating. Now, as I always say, I don't generally get out of bed for anything less than 3. But when was the last time you saw A, meatballs with spice, and B, meatballs with a 3 chili rating? So I thought, hell yes, I'm all over that. Dying here. Also, apologies for the boiler clock. I'll explain to you how warm it is when we do the weather, but trust me, it's warm enough for that not to be on. Anyway, the other thing I saw was in Iceland's TGI Fridays range. Yeah, I know. People keep saying, why do you keep going to Iceland? Apart from the fact that it is my own favourite adult playground. It is genuinely my favourite supermarket. It really is, because of all the different stuff they do. But I keep going there because they keep delivering. I went to the food warehouse. Probably you can fucking see it. Food Warehouse Iceland this morning, which is next to the Bristol City Ground, which is a gashead, is not a place I like to visit. However, it's in Iceland, so I have to go there. And it's the biggest one in Bristol. It's huge. Anyway, so I went there because I knew that they would have any of the new stuff, it would guaranteed be there. Fortunately, they didn't have what I actually went there for, which is from the Twisted range, and it's lasagna in a Yorkshire pudding. Yeah, big fat Yorkshire pudding with a lasagna in it. And they didn't have it, but I did find new TGI Fridays Southern Fried Mini Corn Cobs. Cobs. Love corn on the cob. I absolutely love and adore it. It's coated in Southern Fried coating. I walked into that one, but yeah, as soon as I saw that I thought, oh yes, corn on the cob, covered with Southern Fried coating. Absolutely bang on. Now, were these expensive? I want to say that this is probably a premium brand. This is 400 grams, and this is on the front, Dave, on the front. Also 400 grams. So spicy meatballs were £4. That's quite expensive. But as I always say, if it delivers in the flavour department and fills me up and keeps Robert happy as well, Robert says hello, then do you know what? I'm not going to knock those apples. How much? I'm drowning. How much were the Southern Fried coated corn on the cobs? Why has no one done this before now? Or maybe people have done this before now and I've just always shopped in the wrong places. Where? £2? No, hang on, where are you? Southern Fried, it doesn't say corn on the cob, it says Southern Fried, £2.50. A lot harder to get to the prices than I thought it would be. Yeah, £2.50 £4. I will be having all of these for lunch because this is my genuine lunch and I'm absolutely starving. I have not eaten since this morning, round about 8 o'clock in the morning, after I just got up, and all I had was a small half tin of beans on toast with grated cheese on and hot sauce, because obviously I am just human. We didn't have any full tins. In fact, we only had one half tin, so I'm absolutely ravenous. Anyway, right, before I get into how we are going to cook them, I actually have a new addition to Eddie's Bar. Welcome to Eddie's Bar. I did a bit of spring cleaning around Eddie's Bar and I freed up all this real estate, and I intended to work my way through a lot more of these, but what can I say? I can't help myself. Someone at work said that their bloke absolutely loves this. It's in the Ramadan section. There's a whole boast of them. Do I have any other ones in this family? I do, but I think they're in the fridge at work. But anyway, Indus. But this is ready to use peri peri hot chili sauce. He said a bloke absolutely loves it, and since he watches Fat Friday from time to time and actually enjoys the stuff that I put in Fat Friday when it's hot and spicy and some of the sauces I mentioned, I will take his word as verbatim. And guess what? This is absolutely banging. It's not nuclear hot. I know I always say that. Do I have my other one of choice in here to do a comparison of? Don't think I do. Well, I do, but I can't find it. You know the one I always show you? Is that it? Yeah, that one. It's probably as hot as that, so you know that it's not nuclear hot. It's just really, really tasty. I mean, it's fiery, but it's really, really tasty. Plus, it's got loads of seeds in it, and seeds are what give it heat. I'm dying here, and I absolutely love it when you get loads of seeds in a chili sauce. So this was £2, and I really, really, really thoroughly recommend it. Anyway, also, I'm not working Sunday as it's Easter Sunday, so I only bought one bag of these this week, but so obviously this is how I make it to 3:15 in the morning for my lunch, by consuming a big fuck off bag of crisps all by myself. New limited edition, I guess it is new. This was also in Iceland, as I've not seen this anywhere else. I am aware of the Walker Sensations range. They're like posh walkers and a little bit more expensive, but I haven't seen this. So it's to do with the coronation celebration. A spiffingly splendid king prawn cocktail, because obviously that's like, if you have a coronation party, I'm guessing prawn cocktail is one of those very quintessential cheap British snacks that you can have. I love prawn cocktails. Sorry, I'm drowning here. I absolutely adore prawn cocktails. So I thought I'd give them a go. Anyway, let's have a look at the weather. It's about 15 degrees out there, so I have no Scooby whatsoever why that is on. But as I always say, everyone else in this house feels the cold. I do not. There is the washing drying absolutely spiffingly. It's not a cloud. Well, there is a cloud in the sky, but you know what I mean. So, not a fan of this weather. It's Good Friday, and just the way it always seems to work is you always get a nice Good Friday, and that to me is when it's essentially spring is here, summer is on its way. I'm going to be depressed until October. However, tomorrow and Sunday may be warm and, you know, clear and sunny all day long, but the rest of the week is raining, and that makes me feel absolutely fantastic. What do I have to complain about this week? I don't actually have anything to complain about. I actually have something to big up. I read in the paper yesterday that a barrister successfully prosecuted 2 climate change activists for climbing up an overpass over a motorway and causing 24 hours worth of delays and tailbacks and stuff like that. Yeah, well done, dickheads, with all your fucking virtue signalling and shit like this. Look at the massive amount of congestion and fucking greenhouse gases you cause. Anyway, let's be honest, most of these people, they don't do it because they give a fuck. They do it because they can inconvenience people, and they get off on that shit. Anyway, they were successfully prosecuted, and this person said as a barrister that I will always prosecute people who break the law, even what peaceful climate change protesters, you know, stop oil now. Now, the reason this makes me happy is not only because that's his job, so he should be doing his job, but a bunch of people, protesters, a bunch of barristers and lawyers, a couple of weeks ago, 120 of them signed this letter to say that it doesn't matter how many people in these cases come in front of them that the police have brought to them, they will not charge any of them because it's a victimless crime. Peaceful climate change protesting is a victimless crime. No, you are part of the legal system. You don't get to virtue signal and shit like that. bunch of overpaid dickheads who probably drive their 3.5 litre Range Rovers there, but want to virtue signal and say, look at us, everyone. We care about Mother Nature too. No, it's not victimless crime. Asshats, ignore the amount of fucking pollution and shit going into the air because of this, but people miss getting to work on time. People miss doctor's appointments. People miss hospital appointments. People miss surgery and things like this. The emergency services can't get through. People have died from being stuck in these fucking congested traffic jams that you've caused because you don't think we should use oil anymore when you've glued yourself to the road or glued yourself to someone's car. So the fact that one of these people is doing his job properly, well, it cheered me up greatly. Also, if anyone wants to glue themselves to my car, I guarantee you I will still be going to my destination whether you want glued to my car or not. Anyway, I'm fucking starving, so let's see how we're gonna cook these bad boys. Have you preheated? You have preheated. Always a good sign. You're not mocking me this week. And also it's 1:05, so yeah, let's get into these bad boys. Probably a bit late now to pre-warm that bad boy because I'm going to do one of these in the oven and obviously the other one in my air fryer. So we've worked this out in advance. We're not going to fuck up quite as badly as we did last week. Anyway, I know the temperature, 180 degrees. I'm going to it's only a little pre-warm. It can't hurt, it can. I have a tray with, easy there, son. Baking powder on, because I have read the back of the boxes on this, but we'll have a look at the bags in this case. Right, so what's in this? Preparation instructions. Oven from freezer? No. Air fry. 1400 watts, 4 litre from frozen. Pretty sure that's a 3 litre. I think it might actually be 1400 watts. Anyway, a bit late now. Set temperature to 108 degrees Celsius, for we cannot for the Fahrenheit. Remove all packaging. Place the entire bag into air fryer. Cook for 15 minutes. Turn halfway through cooking time. 15 minutes. I don't like it when we have to juggle this shit at the same time, but this is a combinable, so that's what we will be doing. I like the fact as well that the instructions are really big and shit like that on the back. No fucking around. Anyway, quickly, what's in this? Anyway, it says the authentic taste of Piccolino restaurants at home. So this is like this, as far as I can tell, is a restaurant chain. But anyway, Italy's diverse cooking is at the heart and the soul of Piccolino. We visit the region's meat producers and are committed to sourcing the best quality seasonal ingredients to bring you amazing classic Italian dishes to your home. I'll be the judge of that. I'll be the judge of that. 3 chili rating. I'll also be the judge of that. Ingredients. Spicy tomato sauce, 56%, tomato puree, water, onion. Just a pure dream to read this compared to some, well, I'm not even going to attempt to read that. Black on red, seriously. But corn, southern fried seasoning, breadcrumbs. Bosh, that's pretty much what that is. Anyway, tomato puree, olive oil, garlic, chicken stock, water, chicken extracts, salt, chili pepper powder, cooked spicy meatballs. So we get down to there. So the meatballs are seasoned as well as the sauce. That's good to know. You can see through the window as well. There's obviously mozzarella in shit. You can microwave these. Don't microwave meatballs, regardless of what hurry you are in or how hungry you are. Microwaving shit, especially meatballs, is just, you just turn it into leather, basically. I know, I too have fallen foul of being that hungry and wanting to eat that quickly. Anyway, oven from frozen, preheat oven, fan, 200 degrees, gas mark 6 for we cannot Fahrenheit. And remove out packaging and film, place on the baking tray near the middle of the oven for 35 minutes. Stir before serving. Right, how do we stir before serving? We got a baking tray, but I don't think this is in a container. I'm going to get this out. So we cook this for 20 minutes. And then we bang this in for 7.5 minutes. Then, excuse me, Willy Pops, even though I've eaten since this morning. After 7.5 minutes, we flip it. Don't know why I flipped it back. And then, after that the final 7.5 minutes, it should all co-line up. It should be quite an easy combinable, to be fair. So why am I preheating that? That doesn't really matter at the moment. It does come in a container. Look at that, look at that. So there's only 6 balls, awkward. 6 balls for 4 quid. You do the maths, I can't be bothered. How are we going to open this? How indeed? Like that, apparently. Right, so that doesn't matter. Why am I pre-warming you? I'll pre-warm you. Well, I won't even bother because, to be perfectly honest, for what it's going to make difference-wise, oh, look at that. There's no point because I can't be asked to add something else to me juggling the cooking of this, especially when I'm so damn hungry and ravenous. I'm trying not to make a mess on my lovely clean floor, but what does it smell like? Absolutely nothing but a pinch of garlic. I can't smell any heat off this whatsoever. And to be fair, you would expect garlic and meatballs. All I can smell is garlic. Right, can I get this fucker out? Can I get a witness? Points for the quote. I think I just given myself a massive plastic cut across my finger. That's like a paper cut, but I did it with plastic. Or maybe just a burn and I got away with it. How much precious, precious sweet cheese have I lost? Not too bad, not too bad. I'll show you what it looks like. Try not to get it on my new trousers. It looks alright, it looks alright. So you go in there, you grab it! Paper cuts, but with plastic. Right, so we're going to time this 20 minutes. Start, bosh. Off we go. Preheated? Yes, you're preheated. You go in there. So, we're at basically 1/4 so 10 to, and we should be good to eat. Let's have a look at these. Like I said, I'm just going to bang them straight in. There's no point me preheating because I'm going to be in the other room watching World's Most Dangerous Roads. What do they look like? What do they look like? Exactly what you would think they would look like. Corn on the cobs, covered in southern fried seasoning, coating, breadcrumbs. See if I can read. Ingredients. No, because that's the ingredients, black on white. It's almost as if they're trying to hide something, isn't it? So, how many do we get? 3, 4, 5. The good thing about turning them over is obviously they are end to end because they're corn cobs. Right, so you can see that. They look pretty banging, to be fair. £4 for 6, is that a lot of money? I don't know. But basically this whole thing costs £8. Anyway, so I've got 18 minutes close to kill, which I'm going to kill next door by watching the final half of World's Scariest Roads on Dave. I'd be lost on Fridays without Dave. On my new 50-inch TV. I say new 50-inch TV because the old 50-inch TV, which wasn't even a year old, died. So we had to swap it over this morning. Anyway, I'm fucking off next door. So see you in, well, 18 minutes. Would help as well, wouldn't it, if I shut the fucking door? I do this all the time. Reset, pause, reset. So, see you in 20 minutes. I'm such a tard. Right, I'm pretty much coming up to 20 minutes and the smell in it. Well, first of all, I can smell a massive amount of garlic. As I've said before, it's not that I don't like garlic, I just cannot handle, well, I cannot handle the smell on other people after they've eaten garlic, so therefore I realised that's what I would smell like, and I wouldn't want to flick that upon anyone in person anyway. But hey, I'm not going anywhere else today, so right, let's take this out and have a quick look. You probably shouldn't do this. We should probably just bang the corn, you know, the southern fried corn on the cobs into the air fryer. But I want to have a quick look to see what it looks like. I can actually smell a shit ton of tomatoes as well. It's not just garlic, which you would hope so. But let's see what this looks like. Did he get away with it? Poof. No. That looks pretty banging as well. Should I? Well, no, it doesn't tell me to stir it. Halfway through at Pavlov's Dogs, I've gone again already. Anyway, so let's bang this bad boy in. We're on 180. We'll bang it up to there because this thing is not accurate. And where's my phone? And then obviously we go to 27.5 minutes because that's how precise I'm going to be. And then we flip those bad boys and then we go to 35 minutes. I'm dying. And we're coming up to a reasonable time for me to eat. It's not going to be as bad as it has been previous, for I am friggin' starving. So yeah. So I'm coming up to 27.5 minutes. See, 7.5 minutes, obviously halfway through for that, then we flip it and do the other side. Does not seem like enough. And I know how air fryers work, and I've had this since Christmas, and I've used it every day since Christmas, including Christmas Day. So I should not be worried about that, but for some reason I am. Can smell corn, can definitely smell corn from there, cannot smell any of the southern fried coating, and can definitely smell a massive amount of garlic dying here, and very, very rich tomatoey smell coming from there. Anyway, let's flip these bad boys. As always, I'm not going to do anything or put anything on my hand to protect myself from the heat. I believe, come on, focus, damn it. It's called being retarded. The minute I touch that, yeah, it just smells of corn. It just smells of corn. The minute I touch that, I could tell that it definitely seems to be cooking properly. It's already gone really, really crispy. Maybe it's the low light as I stand here. I don't know which way up that was. That's going to have to do now, but they look a bit pooey, don't they? Right, so let's bang that back in there. Let's get that shit off my hand. And then we have to go to 35 minutes. How's this bad boy looking? Well, I don't know, because I can't see through the glass. I don't want to open it again. It seems a bit rude and unfair and intrusive and all those things to it. So, coming up, yep, sweet. So, basically, we're going to be eating it a little bit before 2 o'clock, which I'm fine with, Well, we're coming up to 35.5 minutes. The smell in here is pretty resplendent. I'm not going to lie. It's about 50-50. Now, of that, I can totally smell corn. Again, I can't smell any of the seasoning that's in the coating of it. The other 50% of that, which is very rich tomato and garlic dying here. Hopefully, it does not smell hot. That's the only thing that worries me. It does not smell hot. So, let's get these bad boys out and plate them up. Right, you go off. Stand back. Did he get away with it? Did he get away with it? I think he did. See, this is it. This is obviously because I should have probably turned them over halfway through, but they don't feel too dry or anything. But the instructions were the instructions, so, you know, I did what I was told. Picture, product. Picture, product. So you told me to do it on 200 degrees, 35 minutes, and no turning halfway through. That's on you, product. That's on you. Again, I don't like putting, better shut you. Don't like putting plastic in the oven. Anyway, so we'll move you to over here, and let's have a look at what these bad boys look like. Pretty much what they do on the cover art. Cover, product. Cover, product. Right, anyway, so you can go in there. I'm going to plate these bad boys up. Not sure how I'm going to do it. Well, actually, I am sure how I'm going to do it. I'm going to put you on here. Again. Ow, 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 ow. Bulletproof hands. I'm going to ignore my OCD to not wash you, Jess. But to be fair, well, obviously I am, but didn't really make a mess of it, did it? You, on the other hand, I'm going to put in there because I don't want to get that sauce on them. It might be amazing, but I want to try both of them. Well, not so much that, because you are the contaminator. I want to try both of them contamination free, but obviously that doesn't apply to that. Anyway, right, so let's get this in there. I can still hear this bubbling away, and also there's a really nice, you know, with the mozzarella and the cheese going on in there. Is that worth £4? Certainly not when we look at it like that. I am dying here. Let me get a spoon. This big fucker should do it. See what the underside looks like. Yeah, so things I've learned. It's really thick, the sauce. That's fantastic. It almost feels like the top of a lasagna. I'm sold with that. But yeah, so things we've learned. Ignore the instructions on the back if you're going to try these, and maybe you aren't, because we don't know if they're any good yet, do we? Right, you can go in the recycling, so can the spoon. Get ready, you, in the washing. Alrighty then, cake and mint sauce, and they look fantastic. I'm not gonna lie, they certainly don't smell hot though. I am a little bit worried about that, but first things first, let's try asbestos fingers, southern fried corn on the cob. That's amazing. It's really crispy, but it's a light crispy. Tastes like your standard southern fried coating. It's really nice coating. Look. Really nice. I don't know why I was worried, but I thought, you know, the corn might be really dry on the inside, but it's not. You can see that. It's still nice and moist and fantastic. So that's a definite win, definite win. I would say that this is like party food, finger food, definitely. I mean, you could argue that TGI Friday stuff, excuse me, wrong hole, pretty much is. But is this available in the restaurant? Can you get southern fried covered corn on the cobs in TGI Fridays? I sincerely doubt that. As I've said before, I'm pretty sure quite a lot of their stuff is just made up for the Iceland range, which you would expect. But this is fantastic. Would help if I ate above my plate, wouldn't it? That is a definite winner. Absolutely fantastic. Now, I forgot to get my fire extinguisher of choice out. There's a little bit of spice in that southern fried coating, I should say, which you do generally get. I wouldn't say it's hot, but if you've got good southern fried coating, there's a little bit of heat. Excuse me, a little bit of warmth, if you will, not necessarily heat. Anyway, we'll probably need my fire extinguisher of choice for the next one, if it is a 3 chili rating. So what is it? So, fire extinguisher of choice, better late than never. Yes, I am again, you know, running out of room in here. Room is a premium, but since it's warming up, I need my diet lemonade. I need my diet lemonade. So, we're going to go with Tropical Blast Zero Sugar again, because, you know, it never lets me down. So, let's try these bad boys. See, I'm assuming that you're supposed to put these on pasta or something like that. It's Italian, you know, spaghetti or something like that. I don't know. I mean, I'm trying them because I like meatballs and I'll sell them being spicy. But they're very much, you know, an accompaniment to a dish and not, the sauce is really thick, and not the actual sort of main dish. Look at that. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? Looks pretty good. So, 2 tears in a bucket. Fuck it. The actual crispiness on the outside, I'd probably say, oh, there's the heat. I wouldn't say burn. No, definitely. Crispiness, age to it, I do like that. A little bit of crunch. The meatball is really nice. There is a lack of heat now at the back of my throat. There is definite heat in that. Let's try some of the sauce. But yeah, there's definite heat in that. I'm not going to say it's nuclear. It's certainly hotter than those the knockoff Nando's I had last week. Really rich. That's really rich. Very garlicky. Very tomato, but really rich and creamy and very excuse me, and very nice. And that's got the end of my tongue. A little bit on the end of my tongue, and it's also hit the back of my throat. There's definitely seasoning in the meatball, and there's definitely seasoning in the sauce. But there's heat, and it's really nice. Excuse me. There is heat there. It's really, really nice, and they just flake and fall apart. Honestly. I wouldn't have this on spaghetti. Excuse me. It has got heat. It's taking the back of my throat like a bastard. I would recommend that you have this in a baguette or a French stick, if you will. Not on spaghetti, which is obviously how they would want you to have it. But yeah, this is lush. And it's a slow builder. It's not the hottest thing you've ever had, nor would it be on a 3 chili rating. But I've got a little tickle at the back of my throat, definite on the end of my tongue, not at the back of my lips. But it's a builder. It's a definite builder. It's the sauce. The sauce is fantastic. Best meatballs. I know it's a frozen food. That's kind of the point of this series of videos. But these are pretty much the best meatballs, apart from if you make them yourselves, I've ever had from a supermarket. I recommend both of these. This is an absolute winner. From Iceland, TGI fried. My tongue's getting a bit, yeah. Had a little bit of a sniffle. Never had that before from meatballs. Very rich, very, very lean as well. There's no fat, there's no gristle and shit like that in them. Definite tongue is building up there, but the sauce is fantastic. What they need to do now is a super hot one, like a 5 chili rating. I'd imagine they won't be, but Piccolino, spicy meatballs, definitely recommend. Bit pricey, £4 though, but you know, my tongue is burning. That's nice. I've not had that from meatballs before. And TGI Friday Southern Fried Coated corn on the cob. Really nice. Really crispy on the outside. A little bit of tickle of heat in there, as you should get from good Southern Fried. But the corn is completely moist. It's completely moist. I don't know why I was expecting it not to be. This is a winner of a combinable right here. Thoroughly recommend both of these products. If you have tried these products, I'd love to know what you think, especially the meatballs. And yeah, and if you have any recommendations in either of these ranges that I clearly have not tried, then let me know. But my nose is running, From meatballs, mind, from meatballs. Anyway, as always, I'd love to know what you think. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later.